Alright Internet, welcome back to the second video here at Victory Gunpla. We're going to go ahead and pick up where we left off in the last video with the Gundam Tertium and move right into the Seltsam Arms add-on kit. This is of course one of those high-grade add-on kits from the Build Divers high-grade lineup, and this is the one specifically meant for the Gundam Tertium that we looked at previously. This is the expended weapons add-on kit that we see used in the show itself, and of course it also comes with that blue Seltsam arm. As we take a look at the lance here, it is obviously a very large and imposing weapon. It's also very simply constructed. You can see the seam lines there from the two halves stuck together. Of course, you've got the small connector piece down here at the bottom. It is a 3mm peg, goes in any hole like on the backpack of the Tertium. Very secure, not going to fall out on you there. A small and simple piece, but it does its job. Of course, we've got the handle here as well. It's very stiff in there. It pops in and out like that. It pops into place so that it doesn't fall back in on you. It goes into any standard holding hand, and it works just like it should. Very simple, and of course it pops all the way back down in here, snaps into place so it doesn't fall back out on you. Very simply designed, but very effective. And of course we have the shield here with the launcher rifle on the side of it. It is a very unique and very cool weapon. It is very functional. It's got a lot of articulation in it. The barrel folds out, for example, to go into launcher mode. It's very cool. Got the articulated arm here that attaches into the backpack, or again into any 3mm hole really. Of course you got the handle here for putting it into the holding hand of whatever Gunpla this is going on, as well as that guard section that covers it. And of course we have the Seltsam arm here. This, like I said, this time it's in blue as opposed to the original reddish purplish color from the original Seltsam kit, but it's got all the same articulation, so it bends at those two ports of articulation there in the middle. It rotates here at the hand. Of course the underside is very hollow there, but those thumb finger sections do move in tandem. Unfortunately you can't split them apart, but it's not like they're very articulated anyways. Of course you got some movement there at the shoulder joint, as well as what you'd expect from there. Of course it's a ball joint, pops into any polycap type shoulder joint, or any polycap ball joint that you want to attach it into. And of course this is the backpack adapter piece. This is for use with any high grade kit that has the standard 2-peg attachment point in the back. As you can see, he's got the 2 pegs there, so you can attach this to any Gunpla that has those holes in the back, so you can use these accessories with all sorts of high grade kits. So why don't we go ahead and slap that on the kit right now. Alright, so I wanted to get another kit here before we slapped everything on the Tertium just to see what it looks like, so I figured I'd bring the GBN base Gundam back into the review here. Got everything loaded up on it using that backpack adapter. I've got all the equipment, including the Seltsam arm, just to see what it would look at and see how it works and how well it functions with other kits. And sure enough, it works as advertised. The arm in the polycap shoulder joint there, the backpack adapter on its back with the lance and the shield launcher connected into those peg holes on the side. Yeah, it works as advertised. Can't really complain with that. But of course we also don't want to just see it loaded up on the backpack here. We also want to see it in the hands, don't we? So let's go ahead and get these mounted into the hands. Alright, and there we go. Got everything loaded up here. I figured I'd go ahead and continue using all the equipment just to show everything off here. Got the lance held up in the Seltsam arm hand there, and of course the shield launcher extended and placed in the opposite hand. The shield launcher looking really awesome, of course. It's a fantastic looking weapon. And the Seltsam arm even holds up the lance there with no trouble at all. It's a very stiff joints on that arm, and it holds up the lance no problem. It is of course held in solely by the peg in the hand. As you can probably tell, the articulated fingers really don't grip it. They're really just there for show. It's all held up by the peg in the hand, but it does work, as you can see, so there's really not much to complain about with that. As I mentioned beforehand, the handle there on the lance will fit into a standard holding hand, but I just wanted to go ahead and test it out with the Seltsam arm while I've got it equipped here, just to see if it would work if you wanted to use that for your own custom kit or whatever you're doing with it. It does work. as of course the other handle does on the shield launcher as well. It fits into that standard holding hand just fine, no problem. But let's go ahead and get this all moved over to the Gundam Tertium now and see what that looks like. And there you have it, all loaded up on the Gundam Tertium here. I went ahead and, like last time, put the Seltsam arm on there just to show you what it would look like. Obviously, it's supposed to have the standard Tertium arm on there, but I went ahead and put the Seltsam on there for now. Of course, the other equipment's on the backpack here, as you can see, plugged into those side holes where it is meant to be. Of course, the backpack is actually designed to have those holes in there so you could plug in this extra equipment. And as you can see, though, everything mounted up on here does make the whole kit a little back heavy. It did with the base Gundam before that, but it still holds it up with really no problem. And now that I've got the kit a little more straightened up, it just goes to show you how well it holds all of this equipment. It's a very sturdy kit, and this all fits seamlessly onto it. But let's go ahead and get this stuff all mounted up into the hands. Alright, and there we have it. Once again, all loaded up into the hands, all the weapons deployed. I set it up like we did with the base Gundam. Lance into the Seltsam arm hand, and the shield launcher extended out and held in the other hand. And just like last time, everything is held up, no problem. The lance goes into the Seltsam arm hand there, and it's held up no problem thanks to that peg. And the shield launcher goes in the other hand, and it's held up just fine too. And for those of you wondering, yes, with the articulated arm on the shield launcher, it can swing all the way down and into the hand without detaching it. It is possible. It takes a little finagling in order to get everything out of the way and get the hand in the handle, but it's really not difficult at all, and it all works pretty seamlessly. So not much more to say on this. It really is what you see is what you get type thing. Very straightforward, but very robust, and it works without a hitch. It is exactly what you'd expect it to be. Alright, and that brings us to the end of our review here. For the end here, I went ahead and took off the Seltsam arm and put it on the regular Tertium arm, as you can see, just to show you what the lance looks like, held there in the normal holding hand. It holds it up just fine, like I said before, no problem at all, and it all looks great. It looks like it came right out of the show. Still don't know what these hands are for with the peg in the hand. It's not for this kit like I thought. Maybe it's for the Tertium arms, but I doubt it. And I don't think it's for the regular Mark III kit that's coming out, because there's nothing really for it to hold. So I'm not sure. Maybe we'll see soon. But that's it for this review. I'm not going to give this a score because it's just an add-on kit, and I don't really see the point in that, considering it's a very simple kit and it's a very much a what you see is what you get type situation. So yeah, I'd recommend, if you like this kit, like the way it looks, and like what it offers, pick it up. But that's going to be it for today. You all have a good one, and we'll talk to you later.